Residents are being urged to consider fostering while outlining the process, responsibilities, and the critical role foster families play in providing care and stability for vulnerable children across the Virgin Islands. Details in this report.
This 284 Media News Update is brought to you by CCT's Blazing Fast Fire Network. Experience the BVI's best fiber internet network when you switch to Fire today. Visit cctbvi.com to get started.
As Foster Care Month is observed, the vital role foster families play in supporting vulnerable children and strengthening communities is being highlighted. Program Director of Children and Family Support Services and Acting Deputy Chief Social Development Officer, Freeman, is encouraging residents to consider fostering while shedding light on the process and responsibilities involved. Freeman explained that foster care in the Virgin Islands is designed primarily with reunification in mind, meaning efforts are made to return children to their biological parents once it is safe to do so. Depending on the circumstances, placement may be short, medium, or long-term. Foster care in the territory dates back to 1964 and has since evolved into two main categories: kingship care, where children are placed with relatives, and traditional foster care, where children are placed with non-relatives. There is no fixed duration for placements, as they're determined by each child's situation, particularly in cases involving abuse, neglect, or other welfare concerns. To become a foster parent, individuals must meet several requirements. First, applicants must be at least 21 years old and complete an application through the department. The process also includes a criminal background check, submission of a police record, and a child maltreatment check to ensure the applicant has no history of offenses against children. Prospective foster parents must undergo a home assessment to confirm the environment is safe and child-friendly, provide 2 character references, participate in an interview, and complete a medical examination.
We always encourage any communication to come through the department. We do not encourage direct contact with foster parent and biological parent. As a matter of fact, before the child is placed, we have a meeting between the biological parent and the foster parent so they can get to know each other. We lay out the ground rules at that point. Any questions that the foster parent may have, they have the opportunity to ask. So we always try to encourage communication with the department directly through the assigned social worker of the child.
Freeman emphasized that support systems are in place for both children and foster families. The department also offers a stipend to assist foster parents with the cost of caring for a child.
We provide a stipend to the foster parents, and the stipend is categorized as a regular placement or therapeutic placement. So a regular placement is just a child who does not have any cognitive or behavioral issues, and they are provided a specific figure. For a child that needs therapeutic, who's deemed to be a therapeutic foster placement, where the child may have been diagnosed with ADHD or any other cognitive or any other physical disability, we recognize that the expenses will be more than just a regular placement, although all the other expenses are covered by the department. But as a foster parent, if you are out and about and you see a pair of shoes or a top, we recognize that you would just need monies to purchase those things for the child instead of coming to the department for every item that you might need. We also provide a clothing allowance, which is provided yearly to our foster families, and every other expense associated with the child, whether it be extracurricular activities, extraordinary medical issues, extraordinary academic issues, the department bears the cost for those activities.
In situations where foster parents are no longer able to continue, they are required to provide 3 days' notice to allow for a smooth transition. The department also steps in to mediate in cases of conflict between the foster family and the biological parents, making the process of reunification possible for the birth family and the child.
One of the initial meetings is with the foster family and the birth family. But prior to that, the department has to get a care and protection order for every child that is placed in foster care. So within that order, there are stipulations for the birth family. For example, they may have to attend a substance abuse treatment program or anger management program, parenting classes or counseling. So once they meet the requirements that are stipulated in the order, then we work towards reunification. And reunification is not done because you ticked off a box and completed these things. All this time, of course, you're maintaining that relationship with your child through visits, whether they're supervised or unsupervised. So once you have completed successfully what the court and or the department has outlined for you as the birth parents, then we move from perhaps day visits to overnight visits to weekend visits, and then eventually placement is done with the birth family, with the child.
For those interested in fostering, they can contact the department at 468-3636 or 468-3650. Britannia Whittle, 284 News.
Across the Virgin Islands, drivers have trusted VI Motors for generations. For 60 years, we've delivered dependable transportation, expert repairs, and quality parts, all under one roof. As a proud Napa franchise, our parts department carries leading brands like PPG Paints, Magic Accessories, Top Don Diagnostics Tools, Westlake and Goodyear Tires, plus reliable LTH batteries. Everything your vehicle needs to perform at its best. Our expert service department handles maintenance, diagnostics, and repairs you can rely on. And our vehicle sales team offers trusted Toyota and Honda vehicles built for island life. We proudly serve you at 2 locations, our flagship store in Dove's Bottom, Tortola, and our location on Virgin Gorda. From parts to service to sales, we're committed to you every step of the way. VI Motors, service beyond the call, serving the Virgin Islands for 60 years.